And I saw them go to the bathroom, I thought,
TikTok.
and they were out forever. And I said, oh my God, it's the phones. And it just struck me. This is going back 10 years.
Yeah.
They're out in the hall on the phone. I said, oh, Jesus.
And it's designed to like have them. The other piece that's been nice is, if they're in an ecosystem that's like unhealthy, like family drama, friend drama, it gives them an out and a pause. Because they're unreachable. So that's kind of nice too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So the fights that, 3 o'clock meet you outside has to like, it's harder now,
That's a really good point.
So is everyone, well, on the board, so I don't expect this to be familiar with it. But you two are familiar with the budget, the fiscal year 26? Have you had a look at it yet?
No. Did you send it to me?
I don't know if the office sent it wide or if it was just the co-chairs. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I got it. I didn't look. I don't think I got it. Maybe I got. Did you send it?
just co-chairs.
No, just a co-chair, so that's.
No, I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't. If you sent it. Oh, what?
Co-chair. I thought you were,
Oh, that housing and land use. I can't do
Okay.
it. There's a play that's being produced, so
okay.
I can't do it. I had to beg off on that.
All right, no
Thank
problem.
you, thank you.
What?
Thank you, no, thank you.
No, I mean, I would have done it. I just don't have time.
KO. Hi, Jen. Sometimes let us know where you're from. What organization you're with. It's about. Oh, it's like, beautiful. But it's Deirdre.
Hi, hi, Yael. Hi, Jess. Hi. Raheem.
Hi, everyone. Good to be here. My
Thank
mic is off because my daughter's still up, so I don't want it to be too loud.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for
Yes,
joining us.
that's good, actually. All right. Thank you, Jess. All right,
Oops, sorry. I live in Harlem District 9, but I'm also here representing figure skating in Harlem.
Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
wonderful. Okay, we'll see. Thank you so much. Okay. So.
Hi, Yael.
32, we don't have quorum, so we're just gonna call a meeting to attention. At 6.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hello. Hello, JL. How are you?
I'm well. How's everybody doing?
Very well, very well.
So we recording, please.
We are, thank you for reminding me.
I did that last week. I was like, oops.
No, it's good to have this in case
It's remember
if you
the
can
old
access
password.
it, yeah, then we need a transfer. Okay, so I have a really short agenda tonight because I actually have another meeting to get to at 7:30. But we're going to try to squeeze in whatever we can. I want to review very quickly the fiscal year. Hi, are you here for Youth Education Library? Yes. Wonderful, please sign in. Hi, oh yeah, I know your face, please sign in when you get a moment. Everyone bear with me.
I think we had more people here than this housing and land use, of course.
Sounds about right. Typical. Let me know if I need to bring another. No, ignore this.
Yeah, I mean, now that I think the price on it. It's $7.
I'm not doing that. $7 cost, absolutely not.
Somebody else is at the door.
Hi. Please sign it. Okay, yeah, I'll sign it. All right, so, the budgets. So for my CB9 members, we have to, I mean, everybody should know, we have to do this every year. And actually, it's good to have community partners here as well, because we can get your input and your feedback, what you might need from the budget if applicable. Because we're looking to ask these different city agencies for, if you see that a school you're in, for example, it's about that school is deteriorating, bring it to our attention. Maybe like if the steps need to be repaired, we can reach out to the principal. We'll do our due diligence anyway, but if we have a heads up, it helps. Maybe a daycare has lost funding, especially if it's a state funded daycare, or they've lost voucher, if they're still doing vouchers. If they've lost that access, let us know. That's something that we want to put in the budget and we want to address for the next coming fiscal year. Deirdre, did you want to add anything to that?
Oh, maybe. Well, that was not good.
Deirdre, can you hear me?
Scrolling through the document. So yes, as Shanika just stated, our district needs statement and our budget for the next fiscal year. So we do have both capital and expense. Capital, those huge projects, things, and then we have regular expense items. We work in the district needs statement and we're youth education and library, but I think our three top priorities is generally health, community, housing, and education.
Yes, and libraries when we can, so.
Oh, yeah,
let-
education, libraries, absolutely.
Yeah.
Those fall under youth
Library.
education.
Yes, so we always want to make sure we're meeting that part of it as well, yes. So to that end, just want to address it, I'll be sending emails out to the members later. We'll try to divvy up our roles and our tasks again, so that somebody can reach out to a few schools, somebody can reach out to a few libraries, what have you. And we can try to address with statistics, that's a really tricky part as well, with statistics and with the data, what we need in our community. Okay, so, and all of you are welcome to email me and Deirdre as well, if you have thoughts on that, all right?
Absolutely. And I just want to add, as the treasurer,
All right.
that it's absolutely, I'm so sorry. I just want to add, add as a treasurer that as soon as possible, once Shanika emails it out. I know the libraries, schools, they all reach out to various agencies on their own, but sending it to us, we can prioritize. So thank you for your help in advance and your prioritization.
What does it do?
Excuse me?
When does the statement do?
So actually, we're going to be planning a town hall, a public hearing shortly, soon, some point in time over the next, not this week, but next week. We're going to get, Chair Victor will probably announce it on Thursday when the open public hearing will be, but by October 30th, we have to input all this information into the system. So actually, the sooner the better, because we have to do all the narratives and for all the committees.
Okay, Veronica had her hand up. Go ahead, Veronica.
So my question was, I know in some of the other committees, they look at what's been approved and what sort of carried over from the year before. It seems like a real efficient way to proceed. And so I'm wondering, how do we find out what got approved in the education?
So in this statement, I'm sorry, Shanika, in this statement, we'll see the things that have been funded. And then the other things we'll get together, and especially in the public hearing, we'll either add new line items, or we will prioritize those things that have not been approved and then just place them back in order, because some things we know it's going to take years to approve, other things we know are priority and were not funded. We did get a few things funded in the last budget, libraries. There were some schools that got some of the essential things that they requested. So at the end, this is a big document, but we're going to pull out the schools, the YEL. We'll pull out that information and send it to you, so you're not looking through the whole document.
Thank you, Deirdre. And also at the town hall, we usually go through these. No, I don't want this. Oh, this is not the document I'm thinking of. There's another document, Deirdre, I don't know if you have access to it, that tells you the ticket number, like the budget item number, what the request is, what department is responsible for it, and whether it has been approved or denied. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. That's what I'm saying. We're going to send that back. We'll send the narrative as well as those expenses and capital line items that were added, and we'll see the things that were funded, and we'll see the reasons why things weren't funded, and that's how we will revise our narrative and prioritize them.
Yeah, so, okay, all right, so we'll have the town hall, we'll be able to go through it and include it in our narrative as well.
Any suggestions from us by like in a week?
Well, so my thought process is that usually the narratives just kind of have the not the narratives, the capital and budget requests. They just have the same things over and over again, which is fine because if they didn't get approved, why? And why not? And what do we need to do to get that done? But if there's something new that we need to be paying attention to, that's really what I want to make sure we include. And we can add it as a new line item for our budget. Okay, so that's why I said if you know something, please let us know and then we'll go from there.
So
Okay.
like last year, after school funding, I mean, was one of the items that because they lost funding for after school programs. And that was one of our items that we prioritized. And it's still a priority because even though there was some funding, all schools weren't funded.
When they say they lost funding, they lost 100% of the funding or just diminished, or what does that mean?
Go ahead, Deirdre, because I think it was 100%.
Some schools weren't funded for after school program. PS 125 was one of those schools that last year, in FY 25, they didn't know that they weren't receiving funding until shortly before school opened in September. So they were scrambling, trying to figure out what agencies or what organizations they may be able to get to provide services for them because they weren't funded through the state and city.
Deirdre, the ones that remained or retained after school programming, they were doing it on their own.
Some had other agencies that provided, they reached out to some organizations, some of these very same granted CBO, organizations. And then others, there was some funding that came through, but like 125 wasn't funded, but PS 36 was, so.
Okay.
So I can sort of, my area, so NYPL does have after school is drop-in tutoring from 3 to 6, Monday through Thursday.
Let
So
the people know which library.
at George Bruce Library, 518 West 125th Street. Stephen, who is our lead tutor, he is fantastic. He is returned from last year, have homework help, recommendations for amazing books to borrow, fun writing, STEAM and enrichment activities, snacks and water. It's free. You don't need to just no need to register, just show up. So
That's what I want to know. Please,
So,
sit around.
yes,
I can just have one and I can scan it.
yeah. So, please feel free to take those and then have some other things. So just
so
not
critical.
It's so critical.
just
You
not-
gotta get the kids to show up. How's this age group doing at the library, ages 6 to 12?
they're doing well.
Okay, that's good.
They're definitely a lot in our branch kind of skews like a little younger. Like our story times, in recent months, it's been more like infants and toddlers, the occasional older sibling. So
Infants.
That's great.
we're getting infants,
Good.
getting brand new squishy babies.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Ready for follow the stories stuff.
All right, let me stop sharing my screen actually, and then let's jump into the presentation really quickly. So Isabel, I have you here with Ibrea. Rainy Foundation, yes. Are you ready? You wanna go second?
Sure, no, I can introduce us. So I represent Ibrea Foundation. It's a nonprofit and we are managing a center here in Harlem called Harlem Brain. And we do a program called Brain Education, which is mind-body training, essentially to help mental health and physical health, and also cognitive health, like focus, memory, and so we use techniques that connect the mind and the body. A lot of body tapping, stretching, breathing, meditation, and there is a curriculum. It's a 12-week curriculum, and it can be adjusted to different settings, like school setting, or it can be more like a one-time workshop or like an intensive, few hours workshop. So we've been working in the community especially with A. Philip Randall, up the hill on St. Nicholas. And also we have now a scholarship program for young Black and Latino youth up to 35 years old. And we're giving a 10-month program to 10 selected young people from the community, and then they can learn the curriculum and practice teaching, and then spread it also in the community. So applications are due in December 15th. It's on our website, harlembrain.com. And we're hoping to expand, the benefits of the program. We had a very successful group this year. They're finishing now. I took them to the UN. We had a conference, and they gave their testimony, and they were so proud and showing off their children. So that was wonderful. Yeah, and I think it's something that's very needed in the community. So if you know of any, like, groups or community groups or schools or even staff from organizations that, can use
What
it
about
for their.
seniors? Seniors.
Also seniors, yeah,
Because you probably should come to one of the meetings of our senior committee.
yeah, right.
Because
I
that
want
would be
to.
critical. Well, all right, you gotta give me a card. I want you to.
I will, yes, I'll give you my information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan to go to the health meeting, seniors committee, but somehow this timing works always better for me.
Well, we're happy to see that.
Yes.
What's the age range again
So-
for the scholarship?
The scholarship is 18 to 35.
Is there a cost for the program?
No, it's we're getting funding for it.
And when they finish the program, will they be able to teach with Ibrea?
Yes, so they can continue teaching and mentoring future cohorts, and I plan to develop like a network and then keep the connection and keep expanding. Yeah.
Are there any questions for Isabel online as well? You can use the raise hand function, and I'll be able to go through them, and Deirdre, of course, will help me out too. Isabel, I want to ask you, and A. Philip Randolph, what grades?
I work mostly with the freshman and junior. Yeah, the vice principal, she decided it's good at the beginning of the high
It
school
is, I think it's
time,
good,
and then they can carry it on until they graduate. Yeah.
but Isabel's being very humble. Your program helps change lives, and the teenagers that take your program often say that they found a different way to think about things, a different way to address things, a different way to approach their lives. They don't have to react the way they thought was expected of them. They can react differently.
Right.
Being very humble.
Yeah, yeah.
Really
Oh, it
big
is.
house.
It's very transformative.
It is. It truly is. We're very blessed to have it. So yes, maybe we can
Very
have you.
empowering.
We have her do a class for us.
Yes.
We need it, yeah.
Yes.
We had a demo last year, right?
Yeah.
That's right, I'm talking about like a full fledged workshop, you can come to the center, yeah.
It's still the last Saturday of the month.
There is a free class open to the public on the fourth Saturday of each month at 10 a.m. So you're welcome to just show up for that one, or there's a link also online.
The facility is on 132nd and 7th.
131st
131st.
and Adam Clayton, yeah.
I always love, when we have work shared between committees at CB9, so I know the health committee wrote you a letter of support.
Yes, yes.
Did you get the funding?
We don't know yet. Okay, I think it looks so. I'm crossing fingers. Yeah, they made a very nice letter. It's amazing. Yeah. So very cool.
Let us know so we can celebrate that.
Yeah, yes, yes, I hope so, I hope so. Yeah, we want to make this center more sustainable. That was what it was.
Do you have any questions online for Isabel and Ibrea Brain Training? Brain Foundation.
The
Don't see any
time
questions.
for the training,
Okay.
it's a 10-month program, but is it once a week, twice a week?
It's 3 times.
There's a question now about
Very
the
intensive.
training program. It's gonna be 3 times a week for 10 months,
Yeah,
ages 18 to 35.
yes.
And then the 10-month program is complimentary. You have to obviously be accepted. And then afterwards, Isabel said she'll continue mentoring them, and they'll be able to work with Ibrea as well, just for anyone who didn't hear.
Yes.
Because I know that our volume is good. All right,
Thank you.
Isabel.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you, wonderful to see you. Okay, I have Jezebel Cardona to present for Peace Day, but I don't think that she's here, so, okay. Let's move on very quickly. I want to try to do this in order of appearance, so if I do that, it will be Jazz Reed. Jazz, you're here from Figure Skating in Harlem?
Sorry, yes, I am here.
Jazz, did you wish to present tonight?
No, I'm just here to as a community member. I thought I was going to present next month, but I can say a little bit.
do, but when you
Yeah.
show us that maybe she wants to present, and if we have time, we always try to make sure that we get every extra, but then of course, guys try to email us as well, so we make sure we get to on the agenda. All right, JL? I don't know if JL can hear me. Okay, we'll come back. Deirdre, do you mind putting in the chat? And directing the chat to JL so that if they want to unmute, they can. And
Yeah, well.
then you came in first. So yes, please feel free. Did you want to present tonight?
I can present another month, but I can just say what I am quick, I guess.
Well, if you have something to show us and tell us about your organization, please do. If not, then we would prefer you do a presentation. But if you want to talk really quickly and give us an introduction, that's absolutely fine as well.
Sure, and I'll do it. My name's Rob. I work with Five of Us. We're a STEM provider. You may know Christine has been to these meetings more, and she's currently in Austria, and I'm here on her behalf. But yeah, we're going to be opening an internship in the winter, so I would like to present probably when that opens up. It's a high school and college opportunity. It's paid positions for a full year starting in the summer. And it works at with Five of Us as a set of mobile labs, but we also have a laboratory down the block, 129th Street, and that would be a primary reporting location. So any STEM-minded school students.
You guys may have to speak up as well. For online people, I don't know if you heard that Five of Us will be having a year-long paid internship to, is it high school seniors only?
High school students.
High school students
And college.
and college students. That's awesome. And it starts when?
Application opens in January,
Applications
closes in
open in
March,
January.
and it started in June.
June.
Okay, and the internships begins in June, so please, let's pass that around to our networks, that's fantastic.
Hi,
Okay.
Rob. I want to say hi to Deirdre. Hi.
Hi, good to see you.
How are you?
Doing good.
Good. I'll reach out to you next week. I think next week or 2 weeks, I have some great news for you.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
oh, Deirdre, I wanna know too, okay, I have an idea.
You'll definitely know.
All right, and then, please, did you wanna speak, you just here to visit us?
Committee
No, I'm a committee member.
But I know you from an organization.
Let's think,
Did you know you
Do you
belong to an
What's my
organization?
piece?
maybe, let's think, Morningside, Friends of Morningside Park,
Tell me your name?
Marquise Bell.
Yes, I know you. Wait, truly, you haven't been here to present?
No, because I'm a community board member. I'm a co-chair over on LPP.
He's with co-chair Veronica.
But Deirdre, you don't understand, when he came in, I immediately said to myself, oh, he's here to present. Immediately.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like,
Maybe
"Bitch, we
present
have
myself.
room."
Well, he's one of us.
Room. That's
Doppelganger.
crazy. Hi, Marquise.
Hello.
Gosh. What else are you on? We'll talk after, because I gotta like, it's in my head. Okay, now, I'm trying to go, in order online, but Raheem, you were here, I just didn't see your face before, forgive me. You should have put the raise hand function, I'm sorry.
No worries. Yeah, I've been to a meeting or two in person.
Yes.
Tonight wasn't the plan. I popped in for our center director, as she's a little under the weather. But I don't have anything to present, but I definitely want to share what the organization has been doing. We've been servicing about 170 to 175 kids here in Harlem, on Manhattan Avenue. One of the new things that we've implemented, specifically myself, since I started about a year ago, is an overall mindfulness practice. That includes breath work, an understanding of emotional intelligence and how to apply that to your life. And just to give you, to preface it for you all, these are 5 to 10-year-olds the majority of the time. So these are like children learning how to walk and talk still. But the beauty in what we've presented to them in the way that I have it laid out is it's almost like an activity where we go through the breath work while they all have their eyes closed and they're silent, taking a deep breath. I walk around the room and tap them on their shoulder just as a sign of gratitude. But then I also grab 5 to 10 of them during each session and bring them up to the front of the room to lead the meditation with me. And the beauty in that is they don't know who else is up at the front with them leading the meditation. And then their peers don't know that they were pulled up. So it's now turned into this thing where it's a competition between the kids because they want to obviously get pulled up because they know that it's based on participation, also behavior, so on and so forth. We also implemented a weekly affirmation that changes once a week. And at the end of the school year, they get a book with all the affirmations. And the one thing that I loved about that last year or exiting the spring was at the end of the year, I had parents coming up to me saying, oh, self-control is my superpower, right? Like kind of joking around, but it's like that was one of our biggest affirmations for, of course, 5 to 10-year-olds. They need to understand self-control. So giving it to them in a way that they can understand it, but also apply it, being that it's their superpower connected to a superhero, obviously, was a really easy way for them to adapt to this newness. Because from our perspective, we see it as it's a beautiful thing. Like me, as an example, I learned breath work and my mindfulness practice started in my adulthood. But what could my life have been like now? I don't want a different life. I love my life. Just put that out there. But what could have been different? You know, what more greatness could I have put out into the world? Or how much more beautiful could the world around me be if I understood and accepted, understood, and applied breath work when I was between 5 and 10? So our perspective is if we can help them to understand how to regulate their emotions and actually what that breath means. Because for me, growing up, I was born and raised in Harlem, going to school in New York City, I banged my knee. A teacher says, just take a deep breath. What does that mean? Like, why? I don't want to breathe. My knee hurts. But if that teacher said, hey, take that deep breath because that's going to allow you to move that your emotion, but also the feeling and your attention from that spot that you just bruised, and you can bring it back to your heart center where you have control, that would have done something different for me. So me having that experience as a child allowed me to now apply what I've learned in my adulthood to these little humans who are practicing how to be a human. And our overall goal is to make Harlem a beautiful place as it is, but a much more beautiful place in 10 to 15 years when these young ones that come through the organization, which is PAL, they're still in Harlem. We're hoping that even if they can only get in touch with one person, that's one more individual times 5, and it just keeps spreading, that we'll be able to get in touch with to help create a better world in Harlem than it has been previously. That's my two. Any questions?
How do you find that the 5 and 10-year-olds, you said they kind of compete, but have you noticed a lot of positive behavior? Like, okay, so if there's a issue that arises between these smaller children, are you seeing them being able to apply these methods?
That's a really good question. So it's a combination of a lot of things, right? Because they are still children.
Yes.
So there's a couple of different approaches that happen. One, yes, we've seen a major uptick in behavior since we started the breathwork. That's one. The second thing is two, we've created specifically with me because I lead the meditation. So I feel like there's this line of trust between me and the kids. So when it comes to behavior or having to speak to me, they're honest with me. They come to me and they're just straightforward, right? And I think that's probably one of the hardest things to get from a child is to get them out of their childlike self and to get them to be honest with you and help you understand what they're actually going through, because they have emotions too. But 9 times out of 10, we speak to children, as an example, baby talk, right? From 0 to 2 years old, we speak to them like they're babies versus treating them like they're little adults. And our approach with regards to treating them like they're little big humans, I think has helped tremendously. But we also have a way of behavioral managing, whereas, traditionally, most people would talk at the kid and tell the kid what they did wrong, whereas we like to focus on what they did good or what their progress has been since the last behavior report. While that doesn't help that this kid is still consistently having to, get written up for bad behavior, it's showing progress. That progress helps that kid to reframe his way of thinking in his mind and body connection of, wait a minute, I was bad and I was still bad, but I'm getting better. It also allows the parent to say, wait a minute, no more bad behavior reports. Like, everything is good. Okay, you didn't respectfully throw a chair today, but you kept getting up out of your seat. Most places would say this kid is still bad. Your kid is bad. We don't know what to do. Whereas here, little Bobby, little Johnny, little Jane has made progress. And that's what we want to see. We're going to help them and continue to guide them and give them these tools, which are breathwork, mindfulness, affirmations, and these things that a lot of kids don't experience, especially not the neighborhood that I'm from, and give them these tools so that when in time they have an opportunity to apply those, we can only hope that they will apply them outside of the organization. And we have actually gotten some feedback from parents, or I had a little now third grader come to me last year and say, hey, during my football practice, I decided to do the breath work. I did the 5-10 and I ran faster and I wasn't out of breath. Thank you. High-fived me and ran off. I never told that kid to do that. I never said, Elijah, when you play football, do your breath work and you'll run faster. He just did it and had that experience. It was so ecstatic to come back to me and tell me that. And it blew my mind, but it also reminded me of why I do what I do and why I need to keep doing it.
No, but it's so important to have exposure. I'm sorry, Lydia.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
I'm just gonna say
That's fantastic.
these behavioral things are so important in later life in terms of success.
Yes.
I mean, I have a 32-year-old nephew who could benefit from what you're doing.
I have,
serious.
no, yeah, I have a few coworkers who are,
Yeah.
who could benefit from it.
You know,
You know,
the idea of control.
it's a sorry, I know there's a lot happening. It's a super important topic. We don't talk about the mind and body connection enough. I feel like we're so disconnected, especially because of these things. And you think of the youth that we serve specifically with PAL Harlem Center. These are children, so they were born with one of these. They left the hospital with one of these in their bassinet, literally, and that's normal. That's normal. So we're fighting against technology, but also we're fighting against our true selves and who we are as humans. So if we can help them to disconnect from technology a little bit and reconnect with themselves, also nature. I'm a rock climber. I spend a lot of time outside. That's the next phase, getting them outside. But for them to reconnect with themselves, but then also reconnect with nature, how can this world not be a much more beautiful place tomorrow? Like, it's impossible for us to not have success if we can continue to focus on these things. Those things being our mind and body connection.
Thank you for mentioning nature, and this is both for you and for Isabel. Just the idea of taking the mind body work out into nature. West Harlem is really blessed to have like over 100 acres of like beautiful green spaces, incredible parks and gardens. And so, you know, I would love to encourage you to encourage the young people, like find a way to bring your work outside. Because it's a tool that they'll always have when they're walking through the neighborhood to both remember the practices that you're giving them and apply them to their neighborhood, right? To really like be in awe of the trees and the wildlife and the, you know, sounds of the birds singing. I mean, there's
Seeing a connection.
seeing a connection between
All living
1000%.
things.
Yeah, we do sessions in the, at the Mirror in Central Park, also up on the hill on the west side. And
Yeah, we're right around the corner from Morningside Park. So yeah, we utilize the park a whole lot this summer. We're going to use it a whole lot more. I mean, I'm hoping to get them up to Harriman State Park this summer for a couple of trips, some day hikes and whatnot. But, yeah.
That's a very good idea. Isabel, what were you saying? Say it louder though.
That we also offer sessions during the summertime and the springtime, and I would love to collaborate for hidden time. So we do like Tai Chi
Did you hear that?
or sometimes, mostly Tai Chi sessions
Can you drop your
on
email?
110th and
in
then
the
up,
chat?
and also on
We
the
have
other side
Isabel
of the
here from the
website.
Iberia Foundation. She said she would love to collaborate with you. Unfortunately, our volume is not great today, so thank you everybody for bearing with us. And we appreciate the consideration because, I mean, what else can we do? We gotta make it work. So thank you very
It's
much.
working, yes.
Yes,
Thank you both.
Raheem, that was so inspiring. Thank you very much.
No, thank you all for listening.
Those little kids, oh my God, that makes me very happy because they're about to go to middle school, and middle school is a trip.
But I'm glad I was able to get in touch with our fifth graders last year before they went off to middle school, because I saw a lot of them go from like, they come in, ice cream, ices, sugar, chips, Takis, and all these things. And there really wasn't a way prior to me getting here to get them to come down, right? Besides voices going up. And yelling does nothing. Like, I got yelled at as a kid. It did nothing besides allow me to become numb to that, right? It's just like a kid, unfortunately, who gets hit. They become numb to it. We don't talk enough. So when you learn how to use literally the power of our tongue to help them to understand, that allows them to open up a little more, and they then learn how to use their tongue and communicate with you. So I definitely did see a gradual uptick, especially with the fifth graders, because they were the ones scared to leave because of the newness of going from being the big dogs in school to being the little puppies, because now they're, just going into middle school. But I definitely did see a huge uptick with them in terms of their self-confidence and awareness before they left us in June.
Thank you for that. Trust me, I'm telling you, thank you on behalf of the community. Thank you for that. All right, good. I'm looking forward to when you come back with a presentation with us if you wish, because I would love to see more from you, and Isabel, you as well. I see Alicia has joined the chat, and John, I see you're in. You're one of our public members, or soon to be. Nice to see you. Most of us see you all the time, but still want to acknowledge and say hello. And Alicia, hello. Okay, I am barring no new information. Does anyone here need to make any announcements? And does anyone online need to make any announcements?
I don't know, Denise, do you want to speak?
And Kendra also wants to speak as well.
Okay, absolutely, Kendra. I was just reaching out to Denise. She was
Oh,
on
thank you. Yeah, I see Denise is there. That's right.
On the
Kendra,
bus,
please.
on the bus. I'll be there in about 5 minutes in person.
All right, Alicia, we might be about done, but come on, we'll see you soon. Kendra's gonna talk to us a little bit now about what she has going on with the CUNY, with the CCNY, is it park?
Advanced.
ASRC.
I always wanna say art, I wanna get out the S.
Science.
Okay, please.
Yeah, yeah. So those that don't know me, I'm Kendra. I run STEM education outreach programming at CUNY's Advanced Science Research Center. Just to share that we're having a Halloween family night on October 28th. So come one, come all, come dressed up, come trick or treat, come play some fun science activities. We're gonna be making test tube lava lamps and playing with Jello and stuff like that. So
Oh, yeah, let me take a couple. Actually,
feel free to take a flyer. And some other things coming up, we're also probably gonna be having in November, neuroscience night too. We're actually working with some researchers that are studying the effects of Hurricane Sandy on kids that were in utero during the time. And so there's opportunity that it's a small window of eligibility, but for young people that were born, were in utero during Hurricane Sandy come get their brain scanned and in our MRI system. And we're gonna have a little info session on learning about MRIs and the brain. So I'll be sending that. I can't remember the exact ages, but it's like I think that they're like 12 to 13, born between like that 9 months.
No, I mean,
period.
why are you scanning their brain from what people, like, what kind of
They're-
activity?
They're studying like what kinds of behavioral effects or other types of brain. I have to ask the researchers more about the
Okay,
science behind
okay.
it, but like the effects on the brain and possible epigenetic effects. So what kind of things could be how stress through the stress that was experienced by the mother would have had an effect on the child, and seeing that kind of long term to make that connection between like environmental health and climate with the body and our development.
You're not gonna sell that information, are you?
No, no.
No, I'm serious now, but everything's
No.
in digitalia.
They'll have something they have to sign. And,
Yeah.
you know, they have to be responsible to read it before.
And
they have
you get,
children, so
it's a paid, so people get paid also to participate in the study.
Yeah,
It's like,
so some people are not concerned, they just want to, yeah. Funny story, during Hurricane Sandy, I worked at a hotel and it's 46 floors. And so, you know, those buildings are meant to sway. And oh my God, there was no electricity, like nothing was working, but all night long, I got stuck. So I just worked. And all night long, it was, the building's gonna come down the building. I was like, it's not gonna come down. If it didn't sway, it would come down. So be happy that it is swaying. And they were like, I don't believe you. Like, it was a whole thing. And anyway, but so that was fun time, I guess. I would love to hear what you're. No, because if I had a kid in utero, they would probably be stressed. That's why I'm saying. Yeah, it's supposed to sway. It's fine. It's an update so that if it moves like this with the wind, then it doesn't just, if it's solid and the wind hits it, it's gonna crash. Okay? I'm telling you. We had a whole company come into a physics presentation for us. Really?
Wow. What floor are you on?
I'm on the first one, don't worry.
Well, that's good.
All right, I'm gonna get ready to call the meeting to, and some new people have joined us. Brianna and Monty, would you be so kind, Brianna, to unmute and let us know, where you're from? It's a strange way to ask, but are you a community member or are you with an organization?
So, Brianna, and then there's my supervisor, Imani, is here. We are representing the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. We're part of the Community Partnerships Unit. I'm a youth and education coordinator, specifically covering school districts 3, 4, 5, and 6. Where we offer various educational programming as well as presentations focused on the needs of young people in their communities. If you would like more information, we can talk about it, or I can put my information in the chat if anybody has any questions, and I can send over everything that we have. We don't have any announcements for this month, but just be on the lookout.
Okay. You already know. Everyone.
Hi, Monty. Hi, Rihanna. How are you?
Hi.
We would love to invite you to a meeting. Especially anything that's happening for you, if you have any internships or projects, we would be so happy to hear about it. And then also, when we give you our email and we email you, feel free to email us as well. If you have specific events and it's just kind of in between meeting times, and we'll try to get that information out to the community. Thank you for stopping by, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had a youth area in the district attorney's office. They did a long time ago, but I didn't realize, I thought it had like went away, and so it's great to see you.
Yes, we're still here and we look forward to strengthening our partnership with CB9. And it's great to see you, Deirdre. It was wonderful to be at that community day. So we do tabling events, anything that we can do to help raise awareness and bring resources out to the community. We'll also be in touch soon about our youth programs that we run every year. We have a high school internship program, a youth ambassador program, and a gun violence prevention fellowship, along with a resume workshop that happens in the winter. So we are in the process of finalizing those flyers, and once we have them, we will share them all with you. And all of our youth opportunities are paid programs. So we would hope to get some youth from Harlem specifically in some of our programming, and we look forward to, again, learning and growing with you all as well.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Imani. Thank you, Brianna. Oh, I'm very excited. Okay. Beautiful. I had to go to this one. Okay, you have the email, but I'm very. All right. Oh, yes, please.
Thorough.
So I'm just doing a quick announcement. Hi, everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Tesoro Estrella. I work for Every Voice Choirs as an outreach assistant, and I also do a lot of work with the kids, like during the choir rehearsals as well. So I'm here to invite all of you to our pumpkin sing-along, which is going to be a Halloween themed concert. It's happening at Sakura Park, October 26th, at 4 p.m. Where's Sakura? Sakura Park, I believe it's pretty close. Yeah, in 124, like 20. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
but
close to Riverside Church.
Yes.
It's close to
really.
Riverside Church where the cherry blossoms are, like on 120th.
Yeah. Alicia, do you have some announcements for us?
Yes,
Before I
I think I might have some people on.
I don't see anybody on there. But you're good enough. We're happy to see you.
Okay.
Alicia does a lot of work in the community, but you have to let us know what announcements you're making. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, no, just, it's a free event. All you guys need to do is just register, so then we have your emails, just in case if it does rain during the event, then we will have a rain date
Is
available.
there a flyer?
Yes,
They sent an email from the community board, but I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember if there was a flyer. Okay.
Mhm.
What were the ages of the children again? Was it 7?
So, yes, 7 through 99, depending on the choirs.
Yeah.
We do have an intergenerational, yeah.
Their choir is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have an intergenerational choir for the community, so if you know anybody that wants to join the choir with like a niece, a neighbor's kid, or just themselves, it's open and it's a free program. We meet on Saturdays. And we have a new place now. It's in the Union Theological Seminary. So really close again to.
13th and Broadway?
It's 121st, I believe. And,
Okay,
mhm.
all right.
Yeah, so super close to Riverside Church. It's like
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested, let us know and I'll get back to
Congrats on your new
Yeah.
space.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Why
it's very
did you
good.
move? Was the space you had too small or?
Yeah, we just wanted to reach out more community members and we felt like Grant, for some reason, like we just weren't getting as many people.
Yeah.
So we just switched the space, just to see, how it would affect like the choir growing. So we're excited, honestly.
It must be a little bit easier as well,
Yes.
a little more flexible, because you were in Teachers College building.
Yeah.
And it's more security, it's more like regulations and
Yes.
rules, people can't be on this side of the hallway and all of that, so
Mhm. Yeah.
it must be a little bit easier. I'm glad.
Yes.
I'm very happy to hear that.
So we're
The choir's
excited.
fantastic.
Yeah, we'll send out like the digital versions as well.
And you'll be having spring choir open up too, in a few
Yes.
months as well,
Mhm.
so.
Yeah.
If anybody knows young people that want to sing, or if any of us want to sing, we can apply for it. The music is beautiful.
Yeah.
They have concerts, they have concerts for Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Christmas, it's really truly a blessing. Yeah.
The age group that you take?
7 to 99, depending on the group that you're joining.
7 to 99.
So a big race. And we're in between.
She has a singing group. You wanna join?
All right, Alicia, the floor is yours.
Say hi, everybody. My name is Alicia Bossy. I'm so sorry I'm late. We just came from ballet and danced at home. So I'm going to pass these around. I'm a basketball coach and I also work with the weekday school at the Riverside Church. And I'm also the chairperson for Pump Initiative, which is a group of tutors that help high school and middle school with the TAC program. That's the PSATs and the SATs. It's a 9-week program. It's Saturdays and Sundays or Tuesdays and Thursdays. And they guarantee them at least 100 to 200 points above their normal score.
Wow.
What they do is they give them the test prior, the they start the tutoring class and they see where they're at. They also tell them to take the test twice. The first test, you always focus on your strongest point. The second test, you always focus on your weakest point, but you'll have more time to focus on your weakest point. And then you take those two scores and you add them, and that's where it goes up. So high school students, normally in the 11th grade, but if they don't do so well in the 11th grade, they're able to take it in the 12th grade. Some 10th graders just take it just to prepare themselves for what's going on. And now that they're starting to put the SATs back into play.
Well, they are, because I thought they stopped it.
No, it's test optional, but
It's now they're going back to this government, which I'm not going to show anybody my T-shirt.
Go ahead.
she's showing us a T-shirt. What is it?
And if I offend
American
anybody,
Psycho.
that's good. But we have to look out for the kids in our community, especially the brown and black and Hispanic kids, because we are targeted as people in America. They're going to target our children. They just took away funding for special ed kids.
Wow. Oh, God.
So we're at rock bottom. There's no place else to go but up.
No, but they kill people in other countries.
Well,
Yeah.
Treason. Let's talk about the kids. Let's talk about it. So
When
that's,
we
this
stop
is a
recording,
program.
we can have a different conversation.
So starting January, Riverside Church is one of the sponsors, the Riverside Hawks, which is the basketball team. They have it and they invite community kids to it, so they don't have to pay. And they will fund the tutors and everybody else in the program. And then the weekday school, it's from 2 to 5 years old. It's like a Montessori school, but it's been at Riverside Church for 95 years. And this year was a
Swing year.
kind of a very touchy feeling because so much has changed at Riverside Church, new administration.
Yeah.
You know, people moving forward from committees, and they were trying to get rid of the school. And they were trying to get rid of the Riverside Hawks, which has been there for 75 years. So these are monumental historical programs at the church that you're trying to get rid of and you're taking away from our community. Now, the Riverside Hawks is an AAU program, which they play all over the country. It's not local high school to high school. And the weekday school, we had, because last year they said they only gave us a year. So this year we thought, okay, you know, we were sending them to the Columbia school, to different schools. Now that the board, by one vote, said you have 5 more years, so we'll make our centennial year in 2030. And so now we're taking in students and from 2 to 5 years old, so just get the word out. We have chores every week, everything is done. No, I don't see anybody. I'm gonna kill all 3 of them, but it's, we're going to do another presentation where it's more in detail. The Riverside Hawks is a basketball team. They have an SNL program that's funded by the DA's office and funded by DYCD. And it's a program for Saturday nights where kids come and they play and they don't have to worry about being out in the street. It's a safe haven. So any child can come, we don't have to know all their information, we just want to know their zip code. So the elected officials can fund the program along with the DA. And if somebody's saying there's a child that he did it, and the police cannot come in and say, we want to talk to them. No, this is a safe haven, especially a church. You know, there's different areas, but you know, and these kids, when it's time to leave at 9 o'clock, which I try to keep it to 10:30, they don't want to leave. So that's a good sign. And then we tell them, you know, what are you doing in school? Some of them do. We have kids that had ankle bracelets on, but they made sure they were coming, and the parole officer comes So it's a great program for these kids, especially in the community. Just as, you know, sports, arts, music, and education, we can't take away from our kids. So this is, any questions?
Yes.
Oh, and yes, get up Harlem, I have to say something about it. They're taking people, kids, you know,
They're taking kids?
they're taking, yes.
When does their program start?
Their programs are on, during the week, it depends on how they, when they go for the addition, and they let
Okay.
them know,
Okay.
because some levels go during the week and on Saturday. And then they have adult ballet, jazz. And
Yes, that's right. I know they started doing adult classes. HSA started that too. I don't know if they're still doing it. Find out.
Yeah.
So they have open auditions, dance it around?
Yeah, so I just let you know, because I go and get that, nice Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Question for you.
Yeah,
Ms.
DTH and HSA.
What did you say, Deirdre?
Both DTH and HSA have classes,
Adult class.
and
Thank you.
HSA still has openings.
Thank you. You're amazing. For pump, I wanted to know, how do kids sign up?
So, there's information on there.
Send it to me on email and I'll pass it around.
Yes, and that's just a brief synopsis, but they can sign up. And then Yaneen, who's the founder of Pump, he'll get back to you, and you know, there's private tutoring and there is group tutoring online and in person. We recommend
That's the question I had, online and in person, okay.
online and in person. We recommend that SATs be taught in group because other students can help other students if they get stuck on it. But they do have online, like right now, the TAC program, which is the test, is November 6th or 7th. We're in our, but this is the 7th week. And we had 20 kids sign up and 20 kids show up at each and every week. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4:30 to 6 o'clock. So while I'm here, there, and everywhere, I'm on the phone, like that's what's here. And they're doing very well.
Sorry, let me interrupt you. You said in person, is it in person at Riverside?
Well, it's gonna be at Riverside, or I can have it at 33, it depends.
That's what I was gonna ask,
Yeah.
sometimes it's at 33 in the community.
They're being nice to me, so.
Okay, that's good for
So
now.
I put in for, every
They should always be
Saturday.
nice to you.
So, I
Really?
think they're putting it 9 to 12 or 11 to 2. They're not sure until we get the kids to sign up with you, because sometimes 9 o'clock in the morning, the kids are just like,
Yeah.
unless it's cartoons on TV, they're still like. But 11 to 12 is better for them, and then they can bring a lunch and they get a break. And if they find that they have some students that are not catching up, they do take them out and they will give them free tutoring on the side online and stuff. Because they want to make sure everybody passes the SATs and gets an excellent score.
All right, good. You wanna try to,
Any
wanna
questions?
have that to suspend around. Now, are there any questions online? In regards to any of the wonderful
There are no
programs? that we
questions
talked
online.
about? All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm glad you came by because especially with the SAT prep, this is the time. So 10th
Oh, yeah.
graders, yeah.
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 Yeah, so
Okay.
we're getting, once Riverside
Seniors
Park
program.
picks it up by next month, I'll let you know when we have a meeting. If they have the website out, and if not, then because we do have the room reserved. So it's just a matter of how many kids and how many tutors we have to, because you have to get tutors. But if you have, let's say you have 20 kids and each 5 kids in 5, 4 groups. And they all have, so you have to have a tutor for each one of them. And then you need 2 tutors because you have to have the math. They go through everything, math, science, history.
Ugh, I'm so glad I don't have to. I'm so glad. Nothing to do with that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to call the meeting to close, unless I hear any objections from my wonderful co-chair.
No objections. Thank you, everyone, for your presentations. Thank you for your.
Thank you all. It's a pleasure to meet those who I hadn't met already. Have a good night.
Oh my goodness. You email us if you have any questions or drop an email in the chat. Let me see the community.
I just want to say good, thanks, John and Tesoro. As you also
Thank
represent
you.
not just youth and ed, but arts. The Arts Committee.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. See you soon.
Thank you. All right, see you soon. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye, CG.
You like Sawyer face.
Yeah.
I can't